Welcome back to the channel, 40k Theorists. We're taking a look at the Veiled Blade Elimination Force today. This is the new detachment for the Inquisition. I've read through this. It's pretty cool. I haven't read the stratagems yet. I kind of just glanced at this. I'm actually just making the video right now. So I'll give you guys some genuine reaction here to what's going on. Hopefully it's not as crazy as some of the other ones we've seen, specifically the Necrons and Admech ones. Those are really good. The Necron one is crazy. Like, it's ridiculous in every possible way. So, yeah. This one is very, very thematic, and it gives you some really cool stuff here. I'm not sure if it's going to be great. You're going to have to tell me in the comments down below. But we're going to check it out and see what's going on here. If you guys like the video, thunderhammer the like, subscribe, and bell icon, and check out our other videos as well. Check out the first channel, the second channel. This is the first channel. Check out the second channel, which is linked down below. Alright, here we go. This is what we get. We get the Extremist Sanctions. Officio Assassinorum units from your army can use Overkill, Soulless Horror, and Shieldbreaker abilities twice per battle instead of once per battle, but cannot use such an ability more than once in the same battle round. So the Soulless Horror is for the Calexis Assassin, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember exactly what it does. Overkill is for your Eversor Assassin. It's where he gets to do some cool stuff. And then the Shieldbreaker is the ability for the Vindicare Assassin. I don't remember exactly what this does and this does, and I actually didn't buy this codex because I hate it. So, yeah, I actually don't have access to the rules for this, so I'd have to reference them somewhere. But I'm not going to do that. We're going to just go through this. When mustering your army, each Officio Assassinorum unit from your army has the relevant extremist ability shown to the right, and you must increase the point cost of those units by the amount shown. So these are not optional. You have to do these. So, if this causes your army to exceed the point limit for the battle you are playing, you cannot include that unit in your army. So you would just make sure it doesn't do that. Alright, we have decoy targets at 40 points. This is for a Calidus Assassin only. Twice per battle in your movement phase, you can select one other friendly infantry model that is on the battlefield and not within engagement range of one or more enemy units. The selected model is destroyed, ignoring any rules that are triggered when the model is destroyed. And this model is removed from the battlefield and set up as close as possible to where that model was destroyed, and not within engagement range of one or more enemy units. This ability cannot be used more than once in the same battle round. This is weird. So your assassin can go up into the air already. I don't think she lost that ability. And now she can kind of just appear. So this twice per battle in your movement phase, you just pick up a guy, he's dead, and she just appears there. This could get her really close to something. If you throw a unit up there, because it's not at the start of the movement phase, it's just in your movement phase. So you throw a unit up there, close to something that you want to charge, you remove a model from that unit, you put her in the place, and then she charges into a character or something. So that's pretty cool. Or she can just teleport across the table with this as well. Twice a game, if she doesn't want to use her get up, get down ability. Plus 40 points, makes her 140 points, so yeah, pretty expensive, but interesting. Interesting for sure. Then we have the Esoteric Explosives for 40 points. This goes on our Calexis Assassin. Each time this model is targeted with the Grenade stratagem, one mortal wound is inflicted for each d6 roll of 3+ instead of 4+. That doesn't seem worth 40 points to me. I don't have the rules for him again in front of me, so maybe he rolls twice as many dice on the grenade or something, and then this is definitely worth the points at that point. But for an extra mortal wound, because that's what it equates to mathematically, this is absolutely not worth 40 points. So if I'm missing something there, let me know down below, because I do not have this index in hand. I have to reference stuff in order to see. Then we have, Intraneural Biotechs, 35 points. This is for the Eversor Assassin. Once per battle round, you can target this model with the Heroic Intervention or Counter-Offensive stratagems for 0 CP, and you can do so even if you've already used that stratagem on a different unit this phase. So this is once per battle round. You can target this model with the Heroic Intervention stratagem, or the Counter-Offensive. So both very, very good. This allows you to kind of throw your dude into combat with Heroic Intervention, or he can just fight instead of the person who's fighting next. So either one of those for 0 CP, both very good. Heroic Intervention is normally 2 CP. So this can throw people off a lot because of how Heroic Intervening works. So you can stop things from piling into things you don't want to be piled into by getting into base contact. So it's just another combat trick that you can use. It's using Heroic Intervention. You can also prevent things. That's the best use for it, is to prevent things from piling into other things. but just generally speaking, it gets your unit into combat, and now your unit can swing. Counteroffensive just lets you swing next, so that's just great. If somebody has 2 units that charged in, he can then swing and do it for free. So that's pretty cool. Then we have the Micro Melta rounds for 45 points. It's a Vindicare Assassin model only. This model's Exodus rifle has anti-monster 4+, and anti-vehicle 4+. Pretty cool. It only affects his Exodus rifle. It does not affect his pistol. If it affected his pistol, it'd be worth 45 points. Since it doesn't, I'm not sure if it's worth that many points. His gun only has a single shot. You gotta hit with it. You gotta wound with it. Yeah, like I think it has dev wounds in there, and then he's got this thing that he can use twice. But I just don't. I don't think it's worth 40 points at a glance, or 45 points at a glance. But I could be missing something there. So now we're gonna take a look at these stratagems because I have not actually read these yet. So this will be completely new for me. We have Prime Target. This is the first one. It's 1 CP. This is in your shooting or fight phase. You target an agent of the Imperium unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase until the end of the phase. Each time a model in your unit makes an attack that targets a character, reroll a wound roll of 1. If that attack is made by an Officio Assassinor model and it targets the enemy warlord, you can reroll the wound roll instead. Okay, so full rerolls to wound against a character if you're attacking in with your assassins there. So that's kind of cool. We then have Hyper Stim. Bleed like a 4, feel no pain please. 2 CP, your opponent's shooting phase or fight phase just after an enemy unit selects its targets. You target an agent of the Imperium character unit from your army that was selected as the target of one or more of those attacking units' attacks until the end of the phase. Add one of the toughness characteristic of the models in your unit. In addition, if it's an Eversor assassin until the end of the phase, it gains feel no pain 4+. Okay. So yeah, +1 toughness on a character, 4 feel no pain on an Eversor assassin. And this is not instead of. So the Eversor becomes toughness 5 with a 4-up invuln and a 4-up feel no pain. Pretty cool. And I think he has 4 wounds, pretty sure. That makes him just annoying to kill. So I like that. I don't know if it's worth 2 CP. Is it worth 2 CP? Who knows? That's what it costs. We then have our Will Sapping Salvo. Alright, I'm going to assume that this is going to be something for the Calexis Assassin. 1 CP. This is in your shooting phase. 1 agent of the Imperium infantry unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot. Until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by models in the unit have sustained hits 1. In addition, if it's a Calexis Assassin, until the end of the phase, change the damage characteristic of ranged weapons equipped by models in that unit to 3. Okay, because he's got like an eyeball gun, and his eyeball gun can become damage 3, because it's his ranged weapons. It's like Anti-Psyker 2+, like AP2, 6 shots at him or something like that. So yeah, that's pretty good when it's 3 damage apiece. He just needs to get a couple wounds through, and it might not even have precision as well. He just needs to get a couple wounds through with that to really do some damage on something. But even just targeting normal units, strength 5 AP2, 3 damage, I'm assuming that's what it is, that's pretty good. It's 1 CP as well, with sustained hits, because you get to in addition. If it's a Calexis Assassin, it's damage 3. So, the next one is our Orbital Oversight. Orbital Oversight. 1 CP, it's in your opponent's shooting phase just after an enemy unit selects its targets. You target an agent of the Imperium infantry unit from your army that was selected as the target of those attacks until the end of the phase. You can only be selected as the target of ranged attack if the attacking model is within 18. If your unit has a lone operative ability, the attacking model has to be within 6 inches. That's really good. Yeah, that's really, really good. That's very, very good. Because you got to get really close to that Eversor Assassin to be able to take a shoot at him now. So that can become very annoying. I like that one a lot. I like that a lot. That might even have more uses than I'm just initially thinking. But yeah, being able to get an assassin in there, carve a unit up, you got to get within 6 inches of him to actually do anything to him. Blind Grenades is next. 1 CP. This is in your opponent's charge phase just after an enemy unit has declared a target. You target an agent of the Imperium Grenade or a Vindicare Assassin, okay, from your army, and that was selected as the target of the charge and not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units. Until the end of the phase, subtract 1 from charge rolls made for that enemy unit, or if it was a Vindicare Assassin, subtract 2 instead. Okay, so -2 to charge if you have an assassin up in the middle doing stuff. It's okay. It'll come in handy from time to time. Probably not super duper often. but you can also target a grenades unit with it to make them -1. But -1 is just not that impactful. I mean, if it's like out of a deep strike or something, you basically make the charge impossible at that point. This gets better the further away people are. So if you're like within 6, if you're within 7, 7 starts making it weird. But if you're within, you know, 5 or 6 inches, this really probably won't matter too much. But the -2, that will be significant sometimes. So interesting. Then we have Ensnaring Trap for 1 CP. This is the end of your opponent's charge phase. You target an agent of the Imperium infantry unit from your army that is within 6 inches of 1 or more enemy units, and would be eligible to declare charge against 1 or more of those enemy units. Okay, so it's going to be a counter charge strat like we saw in, what was that? The Lion's Blade Task Force. So your unit can declare charge, and when doing so, you must select 1 or more of those enemy units as the target of that charge, and your unit does not receive the charge bonus this turn. In addition, if it's a Calidus Assassin unit, it can make a charge move, and it made a charge move as a result of the stratagem until the end of the turn each time a model in your unit makes an attack with melee weapons. Add 1 to the wound roll. That's very important, because she's Strength 5, AP 4, flat 4 damage with like precision and lethal hits. So being +1 to wound there, probably going to be pretty useful for you to snipe out some characters, because that makes sure that you wound on 2s most of the time instead of 3s. I've had her whiff to kill characters too many times to count. But yeah, being able to do this is pretty good. So I wish some of these targeted multiple units, because you're targeting characters with them a lot of the times. That's the idea anyway. So interesting. Nothing really blows my socks off here. I do like this, where the low knot becomes 6 inches. That becomes very, very annoying very quickly. This is pretty cool sometimes, but it just depends on the situation that you find yourself in. +1 to wound for a Calidus Assassin, I do like that. I'm not sure if it's super duper good. This being 2 CP is a tragedy, but 4 Feel No Pain is pretty damn good, as we all know. So yeah, you could be doing some cool stuff. If somebody charges into this guy, you know, he can use Heroic Intervention and stuff, even if you don't charge into him. And then if they want to go after him for Feel No Pain, it seems okay. Yeah, that should be 1 CP in my opinion. But it's not. That's what we got for our Veiled Blade Elimination Force. If you guys liked the video, because this is the end of the video, if you liked it, thunderhammer the like and subscribe button, hit Nurgle's bell, check out our other videos, check out our other channel, leave a comment, do all this stuff. I have to remember all this every single time I make one of these videos. So I think I've remembered everything, and I am not sure what to think of this detachment. So let me know down below. Theory hard, my friends, and I'll see you guys back at the lab.